Hey guys, this is going to be a quicker video. I just kind of wanted to talk about the Apple Store experience. And I know some people rave about the Apple Store, about how it's a 10 out of 10 everything. And some people bitch about the Apple Store because they destroyed some of their really expensive products. And I wanted to give you my opinion. Did I have the same experience at the Apple Store as one of these two extremes? Was it somewhere in the middle? Well, I don't know. Watch the video and find out. So, mom's iPhone 7 Plus, which it's about 2 years old. I think she has like 2 payments left on it, so it's basically 2 years old. And I made sure to tell her that she needs to replace her battery before the year ends because Apple's $29 battery program is ending after December. So she went to schedule the appointment, and unfortunately, the only appointment that was available was a week out at 2 p.m. on a Saturday. And since the Apple Store is in a mall, it's going to be crowded, we know, but that was just the best time we could make it work for everybody's schedule. So we went ahead and scheduled that. So we arrived at 1:45 and we checked in. Right at 2, we were finally able to sit down with one of the Apple geniuses, and we told him that she's been having to charge him multiple times throughout the day. It gets hot, the battery life doesn't last like it's supposed to, so on and so forth. They went through all the settings to make sure that background app data was turned off, all that fun stuff. Then the guy eventually told us that, well, sorry, your battery's not actually eligible for a replacement, so it'll be the $29 fee. So, okay, I don't agree that it's somehow not eligible, but whatever, we'll deal with that when it comes to it. So they took it in the back, they scheduled us and told us that it'd be 2 hours before we could get the phone back. What? Even complete novices who have never repaired devices before can do batteries in like 15-20 minutes. I get that it's probably a volume thing. They just had way too many phones and people there to repair efficiently. I get it, but that kind of leaves a bad taste in our mouth, but whatever, not a big deal. So we left, we went and got lunch, we went to Five Guys. Mom had actually never been to Five Guys, so that was fun. So we came back from lunch, we kind of wandered around a little bit, we were a little early. We arrived back at the Apple Store about 15 minutes early. So we stood in line to check in, which was a 10-minute process, only for them to tell us, like, oh, it'll be like another 5 minutes, so just give us some time. And we're like, okay, whatever. So we killed like another 5 minutes just going around looking at MacBooks and all the dumb shit that's in the Apple Store. Nobody called us out, nobody did anything, so we went back and stood back in line for another 10 minutes. And then, that wasn't actually 10 minutes. Somebody did come up and was like, hey, is anybody picking up a device from a repair or anything? So we talked to him, and he radioed the back, and he's like, hey, can you check on the status for this, please? So then they said, okay, well, they're finishing up now, so if you want to go sit on the back wall near the Genius Bar, and we'll bring the device to you when it's ready. All right, cool, fine, no big deal. We're kind of getting a little irritated at this point, but you know, it's whatever. We're getting the phone, no big deal. So we go back there and we sit. 5 minutes pass, 10 minutes pass, 15 minutes passes of us just sitting there and nothing's going on. Nobody talking to us, no anything. Right as we're about to get up and go talk to somebody, finally they bring her phone out, and the guy puts it down and turns it on and like does all the tests, make sure everything's working fine. And then he tells us that we actually don't owe any money because it's somehow under warranty, even though the first guy told us it wasn't under warranty. I don't know. I wonder if it's because I knew the guy, because I've known him from a previous job before. Not like actually known, just, like in passing, like I know the guy. So maybe he did something. Maybe the first guy just checked it in wrong. We really don't know, but I'm not going to complain. Free repair, especially after all the time we had to waste. Whatever, it's all fine with me. So that's all fine and dandy. That was actually a pretty good experience. Until we get outside, because Mom hands me her phone and says, I really don't feel comfortable holding this without the case. Can you just hold on to it and make sure I don't drop it and break it? I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So I'm looking around at it, and the motherfuckers didn't put bottom screws in it. That is the most amateurish mistake you can make when repairing devices, is to not put the bottom screws in. Coming from somebody who's done electronics repair, yeah, it happens every so often, but I mean, especially after having to wait another 20 minutes past when you said it would be done, and then we get it, and not only is there adhesive popping out all over the place, like you can actually see in this picture that I'm showing right now, you can see the bottom screws are missing. You can also see a little piece of adhesive right near the speaker. So it's like, come on, guys. It blows me away how no longer a $1 trillion company, but a multi-billion-dollar company can employ people who and it just be so haphazard of experience, just depending on who we get. Like, we had two entirely different experiences, because the first guy was kind of a dick and the second guy was really nice. Like, because I'm assuming because he knew me, but I'd like to assume that's just because he's a nice person. But the thing that really bothers me is the bottom screw's missing. Because, I mean, if I had our phone, I'd open it up right now just to be sure there's nothing else wrong with it. But obviously I can't do that, because then that'll void the warranty. Thanks, Apple. I was going to call the Apple Store and I was actually going to stream it, but unfortunately my splitter died, so I can't record my audio off of the phone call, which sucks, but whatever. I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk about how Apple as a company have this real problem in their retail stores, and I don't really know how they can fix it, because it's their own curse, you know. The Apple Store is always so busy just because of how many people just have Apple devices, and unfortunately you're never really going to be able to staff enough people to deal with that kind of things, because you would need like 40 people working at any given point in time, and it's just not feasible. I don't know. Like I had said before in the beginning of the video, I wanted to just show the full range, because we ended up more on the bad side of things, but then because we got somebody good, it ended up more on the good side of things. But like, if I didn't get that guy, what's to say that we would even have like a great experience, or even have a decent experience? We could have gotten the same guy we got originally, and then we would have hated the entire time. Not to mention the fact that we had to wait for our appointment was at 2 o'clock. We got there early, like you should, and it still ended up we didn't leave the mall until like 5 o'clock almost. Like I think it was 5:11 when we got in the car after everything was said and done. Like 4 hours it took to do a simple battery exchange. Like it's just ridiculous. So I guess what I'm saying is support your local businesses. Go to phone repair shops that are local and not chains. Chains will be good too, but they're going to have a lot of the same problems the Apple Store is going to have, just because they're a chain. They have certain procedures to do things, and they are a certain size for a reason. Just give your mom and pop a shot. Anyway, well, that's my 2 cents. This is just a quick little rant video about the Apple Store. Let me know down in the comments below if you've had any experiences with the Apple Store, and if they were a quick turnaround, or if you had to wait like I did, or if you had an even worse one where they like damaged your phone or something in the process. And yeah, on that note, I will see you guys next time.